Okay, so very happy to be out of bed today, which is good. So I thought I'll just do a couple of hours in here, and haven't overdone it today. I just sort of still a bit weary. Love those hospital visits, but anyway. Okay, let me talk about what we're doing here. This is the mess, as everybody knows, and I'm sure you've all been following the fact that the floor is not going to get any better unless we put some racks up. And what I've started to do is to use, this is actually from the local hardware store. When I say the local hardware store, I mean actually from the local hardware store. They were using this to have all their bits and pieces. And what happened, they changed their design, and head office said they want a whole refit. So we got all these bits and pieces. So basically they're old brackets and they're old rails that, it all fits into, of course. And we've even got all their old melamine, which we're going to rip all this off and put aluminium fronts on there and etc. And so there's a little bit of cost that we've got to go to clean it up a bit, but it's actually not doing too bad, because if you can imagine, we'll go to here. If we can get 20 working radios per level, and basically take ourselves, you're going to need a step ladder for some of them, but take ourselves a fair way up there, and well, obviously the top rows we won't make functional, but all these other rows we'll make functional, and we'll start getting some of these out. Now at the moment, I just wanted to have a quick look at just how it's sort of going to map out along here, and so don't pay too much attention to this. Obviously we're going to probably do a display of all the naughty radios, that's how I put them, the maybe doesn't comply so much radios. So, we'll put a few of these together. I've probably, I don't know how many I've got a lot. But some of these are just the old high gains with the high lows and the FM, etc. A lot of UK, Euro versions, etc., etc. So once all this is up, and, we've got, and this is really incredible. Like, I'm putting a lot of weight on that. They luckily went every 450 when they built this building. So every 450 mil, we've been able to put a track up. So that's able to carry a load of weight, which is a godsend. I'd expected it to be 600, to be honest, and when I first started looking, I actually thought they'd gone 900, but no, they were 450, which was good. So, we'll start to put together, once we get all the racks up, all the Cobras together, all the Presidents together, all the, so we'll try and keep a bit of a theme. Space is going to be still the issue, because, of course, your spacing between the shelves is going to be crucial. We need to come up with a space that can still fit a base station. So if we were going to have a President Madison, President Washington, and then maybe a whole stack of President mobiles, but we do lose some space when we do that. Although one of the thoughts was that if we're going to have a base station here, maybe we mount a mobile there and a mobile there. So try and get, as much space as possible. So yeah, that's this tracking though, strong stuff. It really is, and it's come up really well. Luckily, there's a lot of timber in this room, and so the brown, I was sort of going to repaint them all, but in the end I got a bit lazy and haven't really had the time to, healthy time at least, to, sorry, I'm a bit out of breath, to get a lot of this cleaned up. And I don't think you're going to see it. It's going to get pretty busy on this wall, so I'm not sure that you're going to be paying attention to the brackets behind so much, which, sounds hopefully very positive. When we start to rack some of this sort of gear, look, we can fit a fair bit in with this gear. It takes up a lot of space, but this is why this racking will actually work for us. This stuff's heavy, like you start getting, 101 ZDs, and I think there's a 902D there, 101Z, the non-digital. So, we'll want to put them in some sort of order that basically helps us to, show just exactly the lineage, well, I suppose the just each year and what came out. That one's actually even labelled as a DM, which was really nice to find. Often you won't find those. The DE, which was another really rare one, but I'm sure we'll get into that. But we're going to use this racking a fair bit. I was actually going to buy in some more stuff. You guys that have been into my radio workshops in some of the areas have seen some of the stainless steel stuff that's in there. And I was thinking about possibly using a fair bit of that. But to be quite honest, it just wasn't space effective. And we probably would have still spent $5 or $6 grand, buying those in, and we wouldn't have fit. Well, the variables of where these tracks go in and the fact you can move your bracket to wherever you want it to be gives you a lot of option to, buy yourself a bit of space when you need it. So, yeah, but we'll obviously come under the window here. We'll do round the corner here. I had to take the door off in this room because it was just causing us too many troubles. And we'll rack this wall here. And what we've had to do is we've just had to take the door off, and obviously we've left ourselves with about an 800mm ability to get through an area. A little bit tight. Look, I'd like to have seen that a bit better, but this was the only way really for us to, if we're going to keep all the books in here for now, to put them in here. Now that may change because we're thinking about doing another area, which I'd like to sort of put to, a lot of history, especially some of the stuff from the Geelong Club would be good to get into there as well. At the moment, we're sort of trying to fit a bit of everything, but in here, I'm not sure what we're going to do here. I would say this corner here could be used extremely well. We lose a fair bit of space around here, so maybe we're just going to have to think that through. But I certainly think we can get a lot of display stuff through this area, through these walls here. And we'll, if we've got enough of the gear from the Murray Goulburn hardware store, we'll use it absolutely. I can tell you now, I got a quote for doing a shop fit. You just don't want to know. It was huge, absolutely huge. I just must have been on drugs. But let's just say it was over 15 grand. And look, it would have looked fantastic, but I think we can do something for far less. So anyway, I did appreciate the quote though. All right, so in the next few days, obviously we'll get some of this off the floor, but one of the things we've got to do is work out. We've got some shelves that are 600, some that are 300 in this melamine. So some of it we're going to have to cut down to suit. I may use my local kitchen mate, see how generous he's feeling, to maybe take it all down there and just run it through their machines. It'll be so much easier if we could. I mean, I'd like to come up with a whole lot of 300mm shelves, and maybe we'll have to just pull them out just a little bit to give us a bit of space for wiring to go up and down, so that we're maybe getting about 350mm per radio. But just having a look, that may not that'll work all right for some of the CB stuff, but I'm not sure that's going to work so well with some of the amateur gear. I did have a tape measure here before, and I was just having a look for it just to see where. Oh, there it is. Let's have a look. What's an average? Let's go to the fan as well. Let's have a look. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought, but you'd want to allow 450mm by the time your fan and your controls on the front. So even if we're going to have to lose a bit of timber, unfortunately. The 600s we might have to cut into 450s, depending where it's going. I mean, if we can, obviously in these areas, we're a bit restricted here. The reason we've had to sort of stick to 350s through here is, we need to be able to walk through once all the shelves are in, where some of these areas not so restricted. So we might be able to just use 600s, along these areas and really just not be too bothered. But we'll see. We'll just see how we go for space, and also how the 600s go on these types of brackets. Although they had them in the hardware store working on 600s, but boy, geez, I don't know how. Yeah, actually, I might have to check. They might have some bigger brackets that I've got sitting in stock that I've not come across. They're probably out in my shed somewhere. I'm thinking out loud. Anyway, thanks very much for having a look. This is good just to get a little bit done today. I'm really sorry about the process and the progress. It's been really average at the moment. I lost about 4 or 5 days last week, and just in and out of hospital and back and forth, when too much time in bed. Get to watch some really good miniseries though. I would truly say to you, get onto Amazon on Amazon Prime. It's kept me company just when I haven't been able to sort of get mobile too much. So yeah, but anyway, hopefully we can get a few good days from here. All right, well, there you go. Just a bit of a start as to how it's starting to look, at least on one wall. We'll obviously run that round on that wall there too. Sam reckons we should do between the roof and down here. Well, certainly to the top of the of this area here. She said you could pretty much come across from there, right across there, and if I just take the camera to about there, so you'd be basically doing that, sort of, and having radios across the top there. Probably good for display, not too good if you want to actually functionally use them. So yeah, we'll have we'll look at any idea that can use space a bit better. Absolutely, but this building, just for those that don't know, this is 12 meters by 4.8 6 meters. So, you know, a lot of people think it's a lot larger than what it really is. And as you can see, it doesn't take long to fill up space. And but, you know, it's a great building. It's got a full little kitchen. And I think we've sort of been through this 100 times, but just for those that haven't seen it, little kitchen area in through here. And haven't got lights on at the moment, a toilet just through there, which I'm sure you don't need to see the toilet. But this is good because we can make you a pasty or a sausage roll, and we can, you know, make you a cup of coffee, and you can clean your own dishes. We've got a fridge in here. It's not bad, is it really? If Sam kicks me out, I mean, you know, I'll turn that into the bedroom, and I'll be right. I just need to rerun all the antennas through to here, which that's the other thing we've got to do very soon. The two Steves, if you're listening over there in Wodonga, got to get some antennas up on those two masts that we've got up, those NBS masts, so we can start routing antennas through. So get ready. Not so much Steve that's going through chemo at the moment. You can take a bit of a break. The other Steve, I know, I'll abuse you. That's right. Oh, and I'm bringing your tower around next week too. So I just pulled that out. So there you go. All right. Well, there you go. Bit of a look through. It's just good to see a little bit happening, and thanks for once again all your patience. I'm sure that we'll have a little bit more to show you very soon. Oh, something else I was going to mention. We have had one of the most, and I'll give credit to where credit is due very soon, but I'll do a special video for that. See these labels here? We have an offer from a chap down Geelong who is a really, really great guy. He is actually going to be doing these labels. I've just got to give him the sizes, what we want on them. For all our boxes here, we'll be redoing all these here. He said, just, you know, tell me the sizes, tell me what you want on them, and they will all look like that. We're probably going to make them to cover the whole box area, you know, and I want to just say, and I will give a lot more credit when we get to this point, but thank you so much. The offer is to do it for the cost of just the material that's used, which is just bloody unreal. Really appreciate that. So yeah, we'll be able to display these magazines a little bit better than on the floor. I think we had a video about a week ago and these are on the floor. My apologies. It's not that we've been walking over them. I just haven't been out here for probably nearly a week. So for me, it's even good to get out here myself. And got me wondering, what's in that? Oh, hang on. So let's look at a box together. I'm a bit curious. I don't know that I've seen this box before. Just hang on. Let me get two hands. Talk about things I didn't know we had. I'm not sure where. This might have come from Ross from Strictly Ham. I'm not sure. Hang on, I need two hands to get this out. Have a look at how gorgeous this is. Jeez, I'll tell you what. That is nice. That's brand new. Yeah, Ross, you might want to comment. I don't know if this is one of yours. I know I found there was a Courier Spartan one of yours, Ross. Well, sorry, when I say Spartan, Courier microphone that suits a Spartan or a Gladiator, the bass mic that was in the box. I don't remember where we got this one from. Didn't even know we had this, so there you go. And that's going to happen a fair bit over the next few weeks and months and years. I think we'll find and discover things together as we go through boxes that we just have not been through for so long. So hopefully you'll enjoy the journey as much as I will. I'll tell you what, that was a nice find. Nice way to finish the video, actually. This video was pretty boring until I found this mic. I'm pretty excited by that. All right. Thanks very much. All the best, 73s. Please subscribe. We're starting to really get some subscribers from all over the place. I saw a report the other day, just some of the international subscribers, so I really want to say I appreciate that. And also to the shortwave listener subscriber base, been getting a lot of your emails and trying to respond as fast as I can, but it's a different facet of the hobby that we haven't hit as much, and we're certainly starting to now, and it is amazing how many of you are involved in the hobby, so it's really good to see. 73s for K3, Charlie Mike, Tango Malanga, Northeast Victoria, Australia. Cheers all.